Sorry, but I realized I goofed. I was supposed to be Green Man again today, but so I'll just switch over to Working Man. This is where it's supposed to be. I'll go edit my post later. I can't remember how to do it. Honestly, it's been a rough day. Up until last second, I honestly thought it was Monday. Sorry if I'm disappointed. Now this will be the Working Man. We will be going to Dartmouth. I will start off with the dailies in Dartmouth. First, the Portal Fig Alliance is in Owen Forest. Then there's Gulcher. We'll be heading down there as soon as we're done with the dailies in Ironforge. He's got other working at skinning, so I don't have to worry about getting anything but black flour. There's other working at skinning. They provide their own equipment. Oh, Weatherworking doesn't. Yeah, yet. They get things. We have blue dye, 5 blue dye, 10 baubles, and 10 thread. And I have none of that. Should have some thread floating around. Yeah, I have thread. I need the blue dye and 4 more bubbles. First, before I do the other one, go down the bottom and do some salt wax. Oh, I need the casket flavor. Boom. Seems to sell it well. And folks don't use mana. Master Monk here is to go back down to the Karen house, pick up the cask, and bring it back in 3 minutes. They do give you a speed boost, but it can be a little tricky the first couple times you do it. And you kind of start to get the hang of it. I'm sorry if this sounds disturbing, but I need to get my fan back on. We go into another sort of a lull till October. Brewfest, the next major holiday coming up. Probably a few micros floating around. I'd like to use those just to break up the monotony between the big ones. Oh yeah, we got the Auction House Dance Party coming up in a couple weeks. Luna's Luminaries. That's one of those and outline kind of deals. Sega Domination comes out 2 weeks from today. No, 3 weeks from today, actually. 3 weeks from today, along with the World Quest bonus. Is when the Sanctum starts coming out, so sure you'll all be ready for that. I know I'm not. Still trying to get my guy out through the model second time. A little bit rough start, but I'm doing a spin on wheel one more burnout drag race. Speed boost basically the equalizer, so every race, no matter how long their legs are, can have a chance at this. We're behind schedule. Not too many ways to make up time in this thing. We should, the point we're at now, we should be out right at right past the gates of airports. Might be enough leeway built into that I can still play off some time and have a chance at this. There's one thing I hate doing is this quest over and over again. I'm a big fan of it the first time, as you can probably tell. It's about how wrong my day is going. I went to Cascade right daylight. Inside a minute. But that's longer than you think, but still, you know. Beep beep. I might actually still pull this off. It's gonna be a little tight, but I might actually be able to do it. It might not be as tight as I think. Oh, fart. It's a good thing too, because I always have a problem with that door. And if you get a little behind, you can still catch up. 5 dailies. All right. Now I gotta go see the official. Unfortunately, just around the corner. Looks a little empty without the Midsummer Fire Festival stuff, though. So we got a couple micro holidays coming up, but nothing really that major till Brewfest. That's always a couple weeks of nutty. Then we're getting ready for Hell's End and Winter's Veil. So Two big ones. Oh, water fishing. I gotta go see some RHR up in Hillsborough Lake. Oops. Kind of, I had it and I lost it. I went too fast and still almost got it. Lower quarter would be the closest flight point. Not sure if I got. Usually I get that one. Yep, go lower quarter. On the middle of Ellsworth Lake, there's a little hole in the ice. That's where you're fishing for RHR. Need 5 of them. My fishing skill is all the way in the dumper at 4. We're filming at Dartmouth. Dartmouth usually don't start getting fish till about you get around 100. Like I always do. If it gets too ridiculous, I'll stop and come back and get it later. We just got to Thelsamar, so telling all that and forest riders to do. Doing this on pacifist, it's fun. Can't even clear out way too clear path that back, you know. Fortunately, I have go here for pacifist. I do all my alliance pacifists usually at Donassus. Whereas from in the Eastern Kingdoms, there's always a chance I'll come here. That's what's going all over the place. Speaking of which, I may get flying on that guy yet. I don't mind taking a while here to get my skill up for Dartmouth. Well, I'm missing that begin like early. It takes a while to get up to where you can cook them. Do find safe fish pools and stuff like Ashen Vale. And that's the thing, it was just a higher level areas like Thurlos. You can get them down low 50 and up. But it used to be low 50 and up. If you've been around long enough to remember Nashville, low 15. And it didn't scale. That's the bad thing about classic from retail. If you don't take a minute to reset your mind, you're gonna think this. Why am I at these areas? There's no skill in your classic, so kind of forces you to keep moving. Like, I couldn't keep my pacifist in the areas that I got as long as I have. We didn't have scaling. And I'm running down to the door tower peninsula at level 25. That was formerly a 1 to 10 area. There we go. That's one. That's not fun. That's not fair. Any downside to fishing here? Every now and then you got to fight off no. Downside away. The experience points or experience points. No, how you go. That was not fair. Pushing me off at the end of the water though. He's got an idea. We'll get out of the wander range. Just move a little bit and not in the water range anymore. Sometimes it just aren't biting. Anybody that's must snapper in any environment. I'm getting a bit of lag today, so it could be part of it. What is wrong here? This just does not want to pick up anything. Means 5 fish and 3 rich hours. It's not that. Well, there were 8 fish to survive. Well, that was a char. There we go. One more. And there we go. It's all my right char. I'll stop that flashing. And off we go back to Iron Force tied in. And pick up Iron Forge. Turn this one in. Then we'll head down to Gold Strip for the Dark Moon. I thought I was going to have to come in late again today because of the downtime, but they finished a little early, so a little earlier than the extension was. They had originally it was supposed to be 3 hours, done 3 hours before it was, but they ran into a problem and had to take a little extra time to correct it. As far as I know, Chains of Domination is live if you're in Shadowlands. This is where we finally hook up with Toronto. Well, I mean, catch up with Toronto. I mean, she's a priestess, I don't think. Plus, she's married. Yeah, There's one angry husband I would not want to see come through the door. It's about fearing. He'll die by shrug his shoulders and say whatever. Ain't too bad. Eldon's off in another chasing the Titans because I got a funny feeling we're gonna run into him again. So I got a funny feeling we're gonna run the Titans again. We didn't really solve that problem. We just got them to stop messing with Azeroth. And he thinks the fish we got are all pretty. I already got 2 bobbles, so see, I want to need 8 more bobbles. That's probably a shiny bubble we need. Too many 10 of those. As soon as you make a prize, and gets the eyes for prizes. Also, got to go see my boy Pith and get another big bag. I only need 45 gold. 5 of those big bags, I still only need four more gold. So I mean, I got 4 of those really big bags. I'm gonna fly out Karanos because that's the really closest flight point. So one skill you pick up playing Classic is budget management. I'll show you how much gold we'll have left after this and how many levels do I have to make it back. And I've got 4 levels to make 4 levels to make 4 gold. 4 quests on my 4 gold back, so I'm not worried about it. Use up all your buyback spaces, then you look see how many slots you have left. Got 1 more slot left. Then I'll be starting to consolidate bags and use the bag and everything else. But yep, we got all kinds of bag space now. I'll be running down the Karen house. So I think I gotta stop to make the auction house while I'm here. Yeah. Got some wool. I got a ton of linen cloth. A few more spaces. All sells with a 24 gold out of it. Doesn't always all sell though. I'll take a gold. I'm not greedy. If you're too greedy, you're not going to be able to make anything in the auction house. If you just take what you get, it's amazing how much money you can spend. That's how you can make that. When I pacifist, I actually had to stop doing the auction house. I got too much money. I think that's the thing with pacifists. Nobody need to buy a whole lot of armor. Definitely need to buy new weapons. You know, the only thing you're using on is like flying and stuff. So the riding skills. Once you get like 500 gold, you're pretty well set. If you do pacifist right, you can do that in about 20 levels. So yeah, around the pacifist 650 gold at level 26. I don't need more gold, so I just vendor everything. There's never going to be a whole lot of white on the auction house. Every now and then you can get some, but as a rule, there's not a whole lot of white on there. There's only a small minority of the WoW players to do the challenges. Really, anybody's going to be buying white. And you can go to level 10 in about 2 hours. You get the good green stuff, yeah. Take you about an hour, maybe you get to level 10. Back to gold share. Here we go. We still got to get 5 blue dye. I'll be good to go on those. What other work you get from Ridley? Same place to get the mining. For skinning, you got to go back to the memory expert to give you the herbalism. That also has skin. He also has skinning. I really think that guy likes to mess with people. First time I walked up to him, man who never forgets. Walk up to him, and you are. Feel okay, man. The first time you see him, he'll say that, but then, like a couple times later, a couple months later, he's like, "And you are like, he just met me like 3 months ago. You see me once a month. I mean, that's about as funny as the flight master saying, "Keep your feet on the ground." Same if you keep your feet on the ground. Everybody follows his advice if you have a job. There we go. Coming into the forest. Everyone's favorite dueling spot culture. I try to keep away from Vulture and the Rashard Blockade. Those are the two big dueling areas. I feel like getting challenged all the time. And because I absolutely stink at dueling. And you do that, yeah, 5 of them. 4 of them now. It's only about one. I really don't need anything for anything else. So there's some strong legs there. Okay, here we go. Through a portal. His first time would be Dartmouth Fair. So I only have to 4 now, so it's it used to be a total of 6. The first 8 out, unfortunately. Prizes on the prizes. They want you to make up 5 prizes. Prizes for the prizes. These little leather dolls, little blue leather dolls. They give them out. They used to give out little dolls to fairs back in the old days. The old days could be 2 years ago. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I remembered. Bill else I made prizes, but I remembered all I needed. Look how frustrating all the way down here and finally you miss something. Like I'll go down there, get going, and realize I don't have any flour. Like now. We got to get flour for cooking. Part. Oh, well, that's not a big deal. I'll have to come back and get that. Like I go out the portal, get that, and come right back in again. The one advantage. The portal right there. Nope. So we got the flour. We'll have to cook and train it. No, I don't see that far yet. Actually, frogs. Well, so we see dogs. Yep. Okay, we got the fishing and we got the. Yep, I need flour. Let's see now. It's 1, 2, 3. 1. Oh, scanning. I do need scanning. New one, street 1. Skiing's easy, quick. All those quests are pretty easy and quick. Just scrape 4 staked out skins. 2, 4, so I'm just take them out. Oh, fart. I love their bugs in this thing. Spent all that time today working on stuff. Didn't get the bugs out. Put a bug into the atmosphere if I know those guys. Oh, there they are. There's no fair change to the spawn points, not telling me. It's 3. And that's 4. 5 more skiing skill. Yeah, so skiing, really working. Yeah, cooking and fishing. The only 2 I got left. So I'm just gonna go back out. Grab a sack of flour, come on back in. Normally you go to the innkeeper. Not innkeeper don't have. You have to go to a trade supplier or a cooking supplier to get. Fortunately, there's a trade supplier right outside the gate, so it won't take long to go out and get it and come right back. Okay, we'll turn around then. The trade supplier does a booming business with the fairs in town. Got flour coming back. It's just that quick. Let's just need to get the flour. Okay, got all of them. And we are cooking. It's not about cataclysm cooking. Yeah. This case, cataclysm cooking is the same thing as regular cooking. I still tell them my points you got. It's a lie. Yeah, no kid's a lie. All those games, it seem like they were designed by a kid that just got his first label maker. Everything's got a label: tree, lion, horse. There are actually games like that. That much detail on that label horse. You don't know what a horse is. Seriously. They got mean fang, so we'll just safe again. We'll start this again. Yeah, it's just this is frustrating as regular fishing. I just figure about the first hour for West when dark moves in town. Working man needs the boost from the fishing quest. If I have time, I probably will. I'll have time to go back to Iron Force, check the trainers, see if there's anything new. We get those Eldora spider kebabs. Going in to sell some more, I got it made. That's about as quick as it gets. Go back and turn in the cooking. Then we head back to Iron Force, check the trainers. Then on to Thelsamar. We'll dig right into getting the forest lurkers and the gnolls and the bears. And get turn to fishing. I want to go to the forest first. Okay, we're going straight back to Elsamar. I always like to check trainers because you never know, you might go up a little bit. Not so much. Fishing, you don't go up, just buy all the way up to the end, and that's it. Cooking, man, nearly enough points to think about it. You need at least 10 points to get from this level. And skating and leatherworking, though, we might a little bit. Leatherworking might have a little extra. Skating, you don't have to worry about levels. It's just skating. Leatherworking. Leatherworking, really don't want to check. First of all, I figure out what the town is, and I'll be all set. Here we go. Of course, there are duels going on in Sculpture. Forest Survival compare. I know some of the other time zones, it tells me one, the one that's actually Eastern time. Where's the leather workers? Mining and tool crafting. That's the next one up. Mining and tool crafting. Scanning and leather working. Next one up past that. Scan trainer. I got all the way up to that closing, so we're good. Learning trainer, I got the hem stitch pants. Cool. Now it's off to I should do the hand stitch the hands now. I can do as long as I get the leather. I don't have any leather right now. Every now and then you run into one when you get up to 10 points, and then you start checking for what you have, what you need. And so when I had those at that point, for me, leatherworking and cooking are the only two I have to check. Fishing and skinning, I bought all the way up. Sometimes you can do that. You don't keep running back. You don't want to buy it up past cataclysm. Let's stop at cataclysm. That way, you can buy it for the expansion you're going into. Unless you're going into cataclysm, in which case, go for it. The only difference is don't buy cataclysm. You don't go into an expansion. You're just going to stop getting points at a certain point. You won't be able to get all the cataclysm recipes. Those cataclysm things are pretty nice. So sometimes what you have, if you have tailoring, you might want to build the drain ore. You can make those hexweave bags. They sell big time good. First thing, you got to through all the pain of going through the opening and setting up your garrison, working your garrison while you're working the fields. And Draenor is probably the most complicated expansion. They're just putting in the idea of you have a place to call your own. You have to keep expanding and working on. Legion went a little smoother. I didn't even really notice a grind in Legion. Except for that stupid artifact. The real grind in Legion was collecting artifact power. That's gone now if you get a Legion, so they don't have a lot of grinds in there anymore. And now for the fun. There's a forest letter. And level 17, we now have Shuffle, which basically is just a passive thing that helps you mitigate damage. So here's a tank spec. Kill the ice spider kebabs. Yeah, I can do those. I forgot that. Yeah, but having that annoying well-fed breath though. Well-fed stamina increased by 1. Nope. Yeah, click those off. This will give you a better understanding why the healer has to concentrate on the tank. Sometimes will take a little more damage than you think. Not all tanks have self-healing. I'm trying difficult. Can't help but roll and blackout kicker right together on the keyboard. Well, I can't help it, but I mean, need to be able to get to both of them. Six, 12. There we go. The second skin. The bear's the only thing around here I can skin. I like to save the death touch for things like rares and quest bosses. So I'm kind of got it earmarked for Nazrim. And the bracelet +1 armor. Yep, there you go. Make sure I didn't accidentally screw up again. When I first started these, I used to mess up all the time putting the green stuff on. Spell harm does do a little bit of damage. That's about 8 point damage. It's healing you for 75, so it's worth using. We'll use that when it's getting real low, and you pretty much kill them with it. Well, no more. Good, no rest today. Yeah, that's 12 out of 12. Back turn that man. See what we got along the way here. Forest lurker. Now we'll go get spiders. Good example of killing with expelled arm. At that point, anything you hit him with is going to kill him. So you got 4 out of the 8 lurkers, 1 bear whelp. You can't skin a spider, it's got more carapace than the skin. But turn the ears. And this redstone Pachyssaurus down to Don Elgaz, or Elgaz Station, actually. Elgaz is further along. Now, if you're anything like me, when you get to world boss, the thing you're going to be using the most is the Hall of Shapes. So that's where your trainers are. I go back to some high level tonight. I'll be seriously neglecting my high level characters. Trying to get my hunter up to 60 so I can go back and solo the mother load and get my dark irons in. And I got the package for him. He's got his new axe he's all excited about. And now he's give him his orders. His orders aren't anything more they're doing now, just to take out the kobolds. And to take out the kobolds, he'll start with the commander. Well, that's what he calls himself anyway. Just a bigger kobold. He likes pushing people around, so they call him commander. Kobolds really have no ranks. They don't have any sense of, you know, you're either the leader or you're one of us. That's how their society works. And it's almost like Invader Zim. The big ones are the ones that are the leaders. Oh, fuck. There it is. Be nice if I could use healing potions, but I can't. Every now and then I think the guys wish they were rogues. Who needs hobble when you got lightning? Make short work of the commander. That's why I'm saving it. Boy, that one was escaping. We'll go get the base. There's Nazareth. It's not going to take long. All I do is build up enough. Knew that whatever I was doing, and take him down. Now we go back. To that man, start working on his followers. I'm going to take out 5 surveyors and 5 foragers. And work this way, be bears. So we're up and there's some other. This bunch of scraps, we can make use of those. 3 of those scraps. We can get from the other clutter. Good way I was glowing, it was glowing and scamble. Unless you have crappy graphics like I used to, in which case you got mouse over, check it out. God, that's 1 for the surveyors. Used to be good to roll through kills, but yes, 3 foragers and 1 surveyor. Bugger. No use for that. That button is you're about to die. You know, two guys on you. Kill the one, kill the easy one, zap the other one. Eat up before I skin it. Well, you may have noticed if you skin them, they spawn faster. Which means they'll respawn faster, which means you get to skin them again. Ooh, that was a crit. What the freak that was, man. That was, remember those flying things being here? That was somebody's pets. You don't have that. There's always these spinning crankhead. Here's the lever. I'll go ahead and take him while I got him here. First one's still a good heal spell. You want more forger, so I might as well take him. This lever. Six lurkers at 8. I need 3 more surveyors. It's a forger. Doesn't mean I'm not going to kill it. It just means it's a forger. It's like those you play fire base. These people, these dogs will kill themselves banging up against your shield. I'm like, why? If I bang into something that burns me, I'm not going to keep banging into it. You know what I mean? Common sense will tell you that. Seven of the spiders. Bears what gives you problems. Bears are all RNG. You can kill 30 bears to get 8 realms. Level 18. Spearhand strike. Now we're talking. That's spearhand strike is your interrupt. It's basically a open hand shot straight to the throat with your fingertips. That will stop a mage from talking. It's an actual karate move. But they don't teach it because it's too dangerous. I threw him accidentally, and my sensei got all kind of mad at me. This is why I wish I had sprint. Okay. Oh, fart. Yeah, I made my mistake staying there too long. Now, if I had the Fists of Fury, actually, I don't think you get at this level. I don't get on there. Or even Cake Smash, something like that. But, oh well. I didn't, and that's it. I'll start my backup. I'm not going to do the Dark Moon on stream. I'll do that off camera, basically. There'll be enough time. You only have a half an hour to go. There's my Troll Hunter. He's up in the Eversong Forest, Eversong Woods. Everybody's Village. And I'm just starting out for the Arbridge. I gotta stop by South Rolls first. Get the shopping list for the party. One bad thing you get into when you're starting out is you do one quest, go back to another quest, go back. Once you start learning, you want to group them. This one's really easy. It's a side quest. You do it while you're doing other stuff. And while you're completing it, while you're doing other stuff, like the bottle of sun touch comes from Silver City. The fireworks come by the flight, silver by the flight master, Never Sung Woods, in Fairbury Village. And the spring paw appetizers are at the Amani at the First Riders Lodge. You'll be going to all those places once you get down here. First, you go down and get five Richard Thugs and 5 Richard Hoodlums. In case you're not familiar with the lore of the Blood Elves, the Wretched are Blood Elves. We're so mana deprived that all I can think about is getting more mana. Kind of like the Broken in Outland. and she lost her shipment to the Burlock attack, and she wants to get 8 boxes of Samurai armors. He's a survival hunter, which I don't play often enough. Trying to get more experience on it. So they do have a contest. Oh, it looks like I'm such an idiot. Play Warlock and don't play Hunter. This is like filming your Voidwalker after every battle. I keep forgetting I don't have a bow. Or harpoon. I really get harpoon. Harpoon level 14. Once you get that, you just send your pet in, harpoon, and it gets you back. It gets you right there. And these battles don't last long, so really make it worthwhile. You get a lot of critical hits. It's 4. Supposedly mop up after pet. Survival hunters are the ones you never ever want to run into. They're just so deadly, those weapons, melee weapons. How about trying survival in a battleground or something? It's actually wicked when you're leveling, questing like this. 7, one more box. At one time I don't check, there it is. Need one more wretched thought, one more armamental. We'll get the armament. I need one more thug, then I'm done. Last box armaments. And then we need one more thug. We're gonna wipe these guys out. Well, it's up to Hooligan. Something need that. There we go. Just never saw that mount before. It's the Spirit Adventure. It's a rare mount. It's only available for 2 weeks out of the year. It'll take you like 2 solid weeks of archaeology, though, and performing a ritual. That's worth it. It's a decent amount. Well, and you gotta go to the Legion expansion to get the High Mountain. Okay, we got them back, and we're not going to have to like. That fight gets a little tricky for a challenger, so. Yeah, he's alchemy and herbalism. And there's the first pelt. Two belts. Three belts. Oh well. Here's something casual about it. I know there's a bunch of links come up here. Come up in the next pack. in the next quest line. So not real worried about it. I got 4. Which isn't bad. Come up and turn in the wretched. And you do a first starter retreat to attempt Dawn Runner. And she's got some more missions for us. Let's see, we did the fireworks. Well, that's right here. Under the fireworks. We need to sell back, so might as well do it here. Don't want to sell back anything I might need. And that feather used to, mages used to need stuff to cast your spells with. The feather was used for featherfall. Now we're going to Silverman City. All this is actually on the way to Forest Riders. And we're going to Silverman City again. See Bymaster Suntops. And I think I was on this special reserve. Core of the Sun. We'll go towards Core of the Sun. Silverman City Inn is actually Murder Row, which is on the way. That's what Wandry says. The other app is Classic Art. That cracks me up the same place. One interested in the Royal Exchange or something. The other one's Murder Row. Sent that special reserve. There we go. Now I'll ride back out to the Flight Master. We're not going to fly anywhere. The Forest Riders don't have a flight point. I'd like to admit to get over the shock if someplace doesn't have a flight point. And it's like, I can imagine those guys. You imagine what it was like we were playing Classic. That's all it was. The Cataclysm came in. And all of a sudden, you got like 500 Flight Masters. Like, what the where did they all come from? That was a little bit of a shock. After having to run like 30 miles from crossroads to get to where you were going. All of a sudden, now nozzle pots is a light point, and there's a nozzle pots. The whole area that nozzle pots, like those quests, they didn't exist. A lot of things came in there. Once you see Classic, you realize how much got added to the world in Cataclysm. I mean, besides the fact Twilight Highlands just appeared magically on the side of the continent. If you go back and compare the maps, there's no blank land space where Twilight Highlands is. It's a part of the ocean. So, so you literally redo the map. You gotta get 5 Mind Troll Berserkers and 5 Axe Throwers. Before that, we're gonna complete our puzzle here. Zillion's got the next thing we need, the Springpile Advertisers. Assuming, of course, as soon as we get to them, yeah, it's on the second page. Springpile Advertisers. Okay, now we'll turn it in on our way back to Fairbreeze Village. And there's one more to get. Another question to get on the way, but it's really not worth getting on somebody can die, because you gotta go back to Tenbei and there's a whole big mess. So I usually don't even worry about it. It was wide open going down to it, then maybe I might. But, yeah, looking for 2 more spring pop pelts on the way in. The quest for the Chief's Head, I kind of go by my gut feeling whether I can do it or not. I keep forgetting I do not have a bow. I'm trying to get in range and stuff going. I'm like, what the? That dawns on me. You are a survival hunter, you dingus here. And you have alchemy. So start getting some herbs. That's 5 belts. Yeah, a little peace boom. And that's my last belt. And then turn down when we get back to Fairbridge. Oh, shoot, I'm still going back to both doors. I didn't change it. Oh well, I'm not gonna worry about it. I use that to get back to Dartmouth Fair, the dailies. Timby's axe. Now she can make the really good weapons that he could. As a magical axe, it's so well balanced. You make a really sharp edge on your weapons. And she wants it naturally because she can charge more for weapons like that. This guy is dying. He was poisoned by the chief. Before he dies, he wants to get the chief's head. Hard part is getting out of here without getting the Timby stuck in the mix. And of course he is. That'll be ridiculous. I don't use one-handed axe. I use a staff for a pole arm. There's no reason to kill these things. There's in the way. We're on 5x throwers. Not gonna. 4 and 5 of the berserkers. One more berserker and that's it. As I have possibly achieved. Extra one in this staff is a 1.7 DPS. If you get anything over 1.5, you're doing really good. That's the one that drops at the end of the Old World storyline. Chasing a little rush. Get his head and my invasion plans. My invasion plans. Yeah, since they got some plans for invasion, that you need to get down to the Dawn Strider. Show them what to do with these. Step back. I need to get through here and get a Berserker. I also need to also wish I had stealth. A little easier stealth. Running a road through here. This is one plus such easier. How convenient. Returning the cheese set. And we get a bow, which that is absolutely no good, which would be really nice for a regular hunter. If you got a Beastmaster or Marksman. Unfortunately, number one is green, and number two is not what we use. Well, I would have gone the lower route normally, but normally I wouldn't have turned in the quest either. So. One of those rare times when it actually can be turned in on a Challenger. Usually I caught fighting that Berserker and Spearcrafter again. And that gets nasty fast. Okay, we'll turn these in. So they get fed by the Fairy Breeze Village, I'm going to call it. My encroachment, so turn that one in. Here are the invasion plans. Oops. Got to get them to Fairy Breeze Village and tell the ranger. And we go to level 14. Nothing really at 14, but we see we get talent, so that's not going to be anything either. Give Timothy's Hammer, now she can make all those nice weapons. And this stuff is actually a little bit better than what the one we got, so I'm going to equip that. Take out for Silver Moon, because that's where the flip point is. I'll turn in the one to the lieutenant, and then that'll be it. I'll turn in the rest of them next week. Next time we'll play this. It's probably next week. Might be Friday. I still haven't figured Friday yet. But tomorrow's, of course, the Iron Man. Then Thursday's Mystery Night. Then Friday. Kind of mystery right now, but I'll have it for you tomorrow probably. What it's going to be. And Saturday night is Allied Green Race until this guy dies. Or hits 60, whichever comes first. This dude's flying along, man. We're almost flying. Back to Fairbreeze. I'll go back to Fairbreeze and I'll call it, and I'll see y'all next time. So that's it for tonight. Hopefully see you tomorrow. If not, see you later in the week. And whenever I see you, stay safe and have fun.